Hi there, Tonia Reeves, Australia's psychic cowgirl, coming at you from a little place called Stanley in Tasmania. It's a little bit windy outside again, so it seems to be at the moment a windy time of year in Tassie, so I haven't been able to actually do any shows outside. It's just been too windy and I wouldn't be able to get the connection that I need for the show. So we are in the RV today again, so second week in a row. But probably beats a little Suzuki car for the 2 weeks prior to that. Anyway, I hope you're having a wonderful week. Sending a lot of, well, I suppose, support out to Tassie and the firefighters. There's massive fires happening over here at the moment. They're all in the lower part of Tassie, so they're not really affecting us because we were up north, but there's a lot of people that, have lost homes and going through, devastation. It's really, terrible to go through. We went through the Black Saturday fires in Victoria, so we can totally relate to these, people and what they're going through. It's not nice, and thank goodness for the amazing fireys that we have over here that step up and put their lives at risk to help save not only houses and people, but animals and different areas. And, I think we all need to take a moment to be grateful to them for what they do. And I know that throughout the world we have that, where a lot of these are volunteers that volunteer their time to put their lives, at risk to be able to help others. And I think it's fantastic that they do a great job, and it's great to be recognised. So well done, guys, because I know at the moment it's still out of control down here. So it's not an ideal situation. So sending a lot of love and healing down there for those that are going through that at the moment, and hopefully, fingers crossed, we can get it under control sooner rather than later. That would be great. Okay. What have we been doing this week? A fair bit of touring this week, so a bit of travelling and seeing a few amazing places around Tassie, up around the coast, and spending a lot of time on the beaches, which has been really nice. We are hoping we might get to see some little penguins tonight, so we're going to go penguin hunting and see if we can capture some. Apparently there are a few left, but we'll see whether we strike any luck with that. Who knows? So anyway, that'll be a bit of fun. And then we're heading back home on Saturday. So we will be back next Thursday. I'll be coming to you from our farm back at Sunday Creek. So we will be back there. Had a great couple of shows here in Tassie. Great response. Definitely organising some dates to come back as soon as I get back home so that I can come back and reconnect with all of you that I missed out on. There was many that unfortunately just time and, everything just working in, I wasn't able to connect with everybody. So I would definitely make a date and come back so I can catch up with you all. All right, my first read today, Pamela in Missouri, United States. Pamela, how are you?
I'm doing okay, thank you.
That's good. Thank you for ringing in.
Yes, I appreciate the reading.
My pleasure. Now, did you have something specific you wanted me to focus on with tuning in for you, Pamela, or do you want me to just tune in?
I think mostly my thoughts are about my future. I'm really lost as to what direction to go next.
Yep. It's almost like what I see for you is there's things that have been cut down, so it's almost like you. But I want to say what they're showing me is that the doors are shut for a reason. So it's almost like we had to take a couple of steps back for you to really be then stepping into what it is, what it is that's going to step up. Because I feel like there's been a couple of, when I say like things in your career with stepping forward that have not transpired, or maybe you thought were going to transpire and haven't. Does that make sense to you?
Yes.
Yep. So it's like, I want to say in that it's like they wouldn't have been how can I put it? They weren't going to be as ideal as you would have had in mind. You'll be talking to somebody and they're going to be saying to you, oh, there's this opportunity to come and work here. And I still feel it is like you'll be working for somebody. I feel like it's, like in a company environment, but it's got all the benefits they're showing me. Does that make sense? Because it's like I'm feeling like you need the benefits.
Yes, I do. That's correct.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Yeah, because they're going, yes. So it'll be an established company. So I want to, just going into that, what they're showing me is that they're fairly established, but they're a forward-thinking company in that they're expanding, and that's where this opportunity will step in for you to be taking up this role, and it will be ideal.
Great. Wow, that's great to hear. Okay. Thank you.
Yeah, no, definitely. And I want to go to around 15 minutes away from where you're living now. So it's like it's not going to be too far away.
Okay.
Okay, so
just so I should stay in this area.
Yeah, it is. It's not that, because they're showing me you're not having to do a lot of travel to get to where this is. But I do feel like it's a company that's, really taking off and expanding. It's like they're doing quite well, and they're looking for new, I want to say like fresh blood, so it's like they want some new people to come and join the company and bring on board some good ideas. That is one thing that you do really well, is you're able to look at things a little bit differently to the average person, and when they're telling you that, it's like you can problem solve really well and see if something needs doing and think of ways to do it easier and more efficient. Does that make sense?
Yes, I've thought about moving, so that's interesting to know. Maybe I should stay put and see what this opportunity is about.
That's what I feel like for you. I feel like this will step in, and that will be your decider on where you're going to move. It's almost like we need the work first, then that will facilitate where you're deciding to move and what area you want to be in. You do very in tune with things. It's like they're showing you how to utilise your sixth sense. But it's like your intuition is usually spot on. So, sometimes we get in our head and we seem to think there's roadblocks or things aren't working out and we overthink things. It's like for you, you really just step back and go, all right, what am I feeling? How do I feel about this situation? Because it's like I'm showing you're getting signs, but you're just not taking notice of them.
Yeah, okay, that makes great sense, yeah.
And there's surroundings and support around you. So what you're stepping into, you're going to be well supported. So I feel like I want a lot of friends and family around. So I'm not sure whether that's where you're living now, or this is something that they're showing me that's going to transpire, but you're well supported. Like there's people around you, I see, in this picture.
Yeah. Okay. That would be great. I would appreciate that, yes.
Yeah. So just look out for that, because sometimes it can be that that opportunity will come along and you might be inclined to go, I'm not sure about it, but just I want to say be open to it. So you might tend to think, I don't know about this, but it's like they're showing me to say yes.
Gotcha. Okay, I will be open to that. Yes, ma'am.
Yeah, because it's like...
anything about my love life?
I feel like career needs to come first, and again, that'll be the next step. It's almost like we need you to be financial, and then that puts you in the right frame to then move on to where you want to live and also a relationship. I do want to say, though, it's time to look for somebody different. So I feel like, I don't know whether you have a type that you've always gone for that maybe hasn't been ideal, but they're saying we need to go for somebody different.
Gotcha. I understand that one completely.
Yeah. So sometimes we know that deep down, but it takes someone to say, be aware of it's time for a change, look for somebody different, and it's time for you to have someone to have fun with it, because I feel like in the past relationships you've been dragged down a lot, and it's almost like you've been, things start off really good and then it's almost like they're put on a front.
Yep. That's exactly right. Yeah.
But Spirit is showing me you intuitively know that you get the signs. So I just want you to be aware of when you get that sign, know that it is correct. Because if you look back at the relationships, you'll go, yeah, I kind of got that sign, but I didn't take notice of it.
Yep. Yep. I tried to ignore it and move on. That's correct.
Exactly. And we can all relate to that because we all do it.
Sure.
But I think I feel like for you with changing it up will then bring through somebody new that will be more fun. You need somebody that's light and has the same approach to life as you. So it's almost like we want somebody that has a sense of fun, doesn't take themselves too seriously, like it's about living life. And because there's a lot of things that you have on your list. So it's like they're showing me there's a list, and I'm not sure whether you've got this in your head or you've actually written it down, but things that you want to do and you haven't done these yet. So it's like you want to travel, you want to see things.
Yep.
Yep.
Yes.
So
very true. Yes,
we want someone who's going to join you and come along and have those fun and adventurous times, and be somebody equal, not somebody that you have to drag along with you and look after them.
Yes. Oh my gosh, that would be very nice. Yes.
But know that you're guided, even with spirit. I feel like there's a few up there that are supporting you, and I feel like you're aware that they do step in and comfort you when it's needed. But they are also there to protect you in the way that they want you to find somebody cool. So it's like they'll bring somebody in that's cool, but he's gonna look different.
Okay. Okay. But I need to work on the career thing first, and then that will come.
Yes. Yeah. Yeah.
Gotcha.
Because it's like you want to meet somebody that's equal.
Yes. That has been the problem. Yes, ma'am.
Yeah. So it's like we when everything's in place for you, then that opens a door for things to be in place with the other person as well. So, you're equally on board with, where you stand, and you're feeling good because financially you're in a position to make decisions and do things and have fun, not be worrying about that.
Right. Yeah. Wow.
But I do see it coming soon. Yeah. So please let me know. I love to hear feedback. You can contact me via Messenger on my Facebook business page, Australia's Psychic Cowgirl, and let me know how you go. But I feel I want to go 4 to 6 weeks for you.
Okay.
Okay. Won't be long.
I will do it. Yes, ma'am, I will do it. I will be patient. Thank you so much.
Yeah. No worries. And just remember to sit in a place of trust, that the right thing is coming along. As soon as you release that expectation and say, release the expectation of things aren't going to happen and start to step into, I know that the perfect job is coming and I'm ready for it.
Okay.
Okay, but start to look around as well. Yes. And I feel like I want to say, let people know around you, like friends and extended. It's almost like I feel like this opportunity will come in through somebody you know. So if you start to really put the word out there, say, I'm ready to start this, bring it to me.
Gotcha. Okay. All
right. Okay. You'll bring it to you quicker.
I will share that, yes.
Do that, let me know. I'd love to hear.
Much.
My absolute pleasure. Thank you so much for ringing.
Absolutely. Thank you.
No worries at all. You have a wonderful evening over there. Woohoo. Okay. I've got my second caller, Brian, if I've got anyone there. Our connection's a little bit...
Yes, I am here.
G'day, Brian. How are you?
Well, I'm well. How are you?
Really good, thanks. So you're from Indiana in USA? Whoa,
yes,
that's a pretty cool area.
Cool is that's the word I can today.
I'm learning all about America in different places, so. Cool down. So Brian, did you have something you wanted to sort of for me to focus on, or?
I don't, I'd like to say career, but no, I guess I'm I just want to hear the direction in general, I suppose.
Yeah, yeah. Okay. It's funny because the previous caller I had, like, doors had been shut, but it's like for you, I'm getting opposite. Doors have been opening for you. So it's like there's opportunities sitting there, and it's up to you as to which decision you go for. So I feel like I want to go to 2 opportunities around career for you.
Okay.
Okay. And it's,
Okay.
how can I put this? There might be one there already and another one hasn't quite transpired yet, but it's time for a change, and it's time for you to step into what because it's like they're showing me there's something you're ready to step into, but you haven't fully stepped into it yet.
Absolutely.
Yeah, and
Absolutely.
it's like, you know what that is. I don't. It's like they're not telling me that you're unsure. It's like you've been ready for a little while, and I want to go to sort of even the last 12 months or like last year. Everything was ticked, every box was ticked, and things were in place. But it just, for whatever reason, almost like I want to go to timing. The timing wasn't right, so it was almost like last year you were in a bit of a holding pattern for a while. But this year the energy's changed, and I feel like I want to go to, you can relate to that.
Absolutely. Certainly can.
Yeah, yeah. And I certainly get a lot of gratitude around you as well. So it's like they're showing me there's some really cool things because you're really appreciating what's around you. And I feel like there was a change for you last year that really made you appreciate what you have. And with stepping into this year, that you're feeling quite, how can I put it, just appreciating the little things in life.
Absolutely. Yeah.
Yeah, which is awesome. So it's like, sorry?
Yes.
Sorry, I didn't know whether I missed that or not. Yeah, it's like, so this year for you, it's like saying yes. And I also want to remind you to say yes to more things. So it's like with the work, you're ready to step into it and there's opportunities there. But it's also sometimes we get into a thing where we, like we restrict ourselves sometimes a little bit by saying, oh, no, I don't think I'll do that, or no to opportunities, or no to somebody might come to you and say, come out tonight and do this and this. And you're like, nah, it's not really my thing. I'm not going to do it. But I want to say to you, it's time to say yes.
Indeed. Okay. Indeed.
Yeah, yeah, because there's some opportunities there. But, sometimes if we say, oh, no, I'm not going to go out, I'm not going to do that, then we miss out on that. And for you, it's almost like I want to say around you, there's this element of the Midas touch. So it's what you touch can turn to gold. And it's like you can't do many things wrong at the moment. So I want to say go for it. And I feel like there's something around dreams for you, whether you've had dreams or you've had visualizations, because I feel like you've kind of got a really good feel for what's going to transpire. You're just not sure how it's going to happen.
Absolutely. Absolutely.
Yeah. And so that makes sense, because it's like I'm really getting through that you've had the vision. So it's like, when we can visualize things, just then tend to fall into place. And what about where you're living at the moment? Because I feel like I want to go to also, there's an opportunity with movement or something around moving that they're showing me around where you're living.
Well, actually, I just came back to Indiana like within the last 2 years. So I'm actually with my fiance now. So, I just had complete career changes and just trying to get all the confidence and everything back to just really move things forward.
Yeah, absolutely. And it's like, for you guys, it's just things transpiring as they need. But I do feel there's something around almost like a step into your family home, or something that you'll go, oh, I really feel at home. The two of you, it's like you'll go, this feels like home. So I feel like that maybe more towards the end of the year, it's the career part for you first, but there's something around you. I just see you coming home going, this is home for us. This is our little home.
Absolutely.
Because it's like for the two of you, you like to keep it simple. You don't need It's like they're showing me you're not into extravagant things, in that you like nice things, but the two of you, it's about quality over quantity. Oops. Does that make sense?
We are both
with the
in
two
that
of
place
you?
now. Yeah, we are. Oh, absolutely. We're both in that place right now where we're really just, grateful to be able to be happy.
Yeah. Yeah, it's like keep it simple, which is awesome because it really enables so many opportunities and things to come along. And that's what I feel with your home. I feel like there's going to be room around this house. It's not a massive house, but it's got that homely feel, and it will be big enough for you to, set up as the family home.
Wonderful.
And I also want to say to you a big pat on the back for what you've been through, because the Spirit's telling me to not forget that, like from where you've come, and that's part of your inspiration with inspiring others.
Mm.
There's something around your story and sharing that too. And sometimes that's just can be about having a think about what you've, just like situations that you've gone through that you've overcome, or that maybe people looked at and went, how are you going to do that? And you've done it.
Absolutely.
Yeah. So, and sometimes when I'm shown that, it's like, have a review of that, because sometimes we just go through life and think, oh yeah, that's, I just manage that, and we don't think too much about it. But I feel like that's going to be part of your story with moving forward, is getting, from where you've come to where you are now and how you manage that. And especially being a male, I feel like for you there's inspiring other men, because it's not, how can I put it, you've got a real sensitive side, and that's something that would be quite, how can I put it, well received in the male environment, that you have that sensitivity, but you're also, quite savvy with it.
Wow.
Yeah.
Totally understand.
Yeah,
that.
and because I feel like with you, you're very humble, so it's like you go, oh, that's okay, it's not a big deal, it's nothing really. But for others, it will be like, wow, that really is inspiring to me. And there's something around with you stepping up and talking around others, like they do listen. And I feel like I want to go to, if you look at, in the past, people come to you and they like the fact that you can relate to them, but also able to make people feel good, and especially men.
Okay.
Has it been a male-dominated field that you've worked in prior to now? Because I feel like I want to say you were highly regarded.
I'm sorry, I didn't hear the very last part.
Were you in a male, like a fairly male-dominated area of work where you work? Because I feel like you were quite highly regarded in amongst the males or your peers. They're showing me.
Well, it was a lot of church work, so
Yep.
What would we say?
Yeah, but did you inspired others though? Because I just feel like the men were drawn to you for advice
that was my leadership role.
Yeah, perfect. And you're really good at that. So there's elements of that you'll take into what you're going to be stepping into as well. And where does your dad fit in, can I ask? Because I've got Dad coming through for you.
Well, my dad passed away years ago. I mean, we didn't have the greatest relationship, but
yep.
Yeah, he passed away.
He struggled.
Yeah,
so you were really
ago.
young. Yeah, because I feel like he's around you, but there's elements of him, like he had a real struggle in life, and there's, almost like there's that acknowledgement around him, but he's very proud of you, and you've done way more than he would have, and that's through his eyes, and he's acknowledging that, I have to say, because he's coming through. Yeah. So I know, like you said, your relationship was a bit strained, and he obviously probably didn't have that opportunity to tell you while he was here, but he's definitely coming through in spirit telling you that. There's some reference to a watch with him too. Does that make sense to you? Somebody got his watch?
I don't know.
Okay. There's something around a watch. So keep that in mind because I feel like it'll come to you if you don't have it already.
Okay.
Okay? Because he's referring to the watch. So I feel like that's his little thing that he wants to give to you.
Okay.
Okay, but know that he's around and he's enjoying life through your lens. So it's almost like he's having a second chance with being around you and appreciating things and enjoying hanging out with you.
Wow, okay.
Okay, so I feel like there's signs. I want to go to something around your car with him, so I don't know whether the car sometimes the radio comes on or something random, but I feel like I want to say there's something he's showing me around the car. So if things like that happen, just know that's him around.
Okay.
All right. So I've got to go now. I'm nearly out of time. Thank you so much for calling in, Brian, and good luck. It's going to be an awesome year for you.
Thank you so very much.
My absolute pleasure. It's been lovely connecting. Thank you. Okay, I better go. I'm getting the wrap up from my producer now. Going over time. Thanks, guys. See you at the same time, different place next week, Thursday, 2:30 here in Australia, and over there in America, it's evening. All right. Woohoo!